Hey. Hey. What you doing, sweetie pie? Oh, goodness. What you doing, sweetie pie? Were you napping? Were you napping? We're back live, as promised, with a crystal clear connection. Gotta let Miss Fancy out. Say hi, Fancy. Hi, everybody. Wanna say hi? Go potty. Gotta do our routine here. Hey, come on, inside. Let's go. Yeah, she's cute. Come on, get your butt in here. Want to say hi to everybody? Come on. Come on. Go, 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 go. Yeah, she's a cutie. All right, we're back live as promised with a much clearer connection. So we're not going to drag it out too much. I'm just jumping back in, say a few words. Something that's been on my mind today. Just talking to some people and going over a few different things with a couple of young men that I mentor. Like, I really don't know how to roll into it. But this is for the fellas. I guess it could apply to women too. But if you, guys, it's if you want the, like if you want the finer things in life, and you want quality of life, it has to start with you. You have to think of yourself as finer quality, right? And it's about quality. It's not about quantity. Personally, I'd rather have a small amount of quality rather than an abundance of average, if that makes sense. Like, do you see what I'm getting at? And that applies to everything. Like, for instance, like say a few things like you're having to do with fashion and representation of yourself. I would rather have like the cologne I wear. I don't get cologne that you buy at JCPenney. I pay a lot of money. The cologne I get's like $400 a bottle. And I'm not saying that to hype myself up or anything. My shoes cost a lot of money. Like the things you do, you put on your body, the people you surround yourself with, the place you surround yourself with will, it tells the world how you think of yourself and how you expect to be treated and how you represent yourself. And this goes with people as well. Like fewer quality rather than average abundance, right? If you expect to be treated like that and you expect to have that respect, you've got to show people that's how you view yourself and that's how you demand to be treated. Now, at the same time, you got to remember to also treat people respectfully and be respectful, obviously, When I meet people, I'm always very respectful and open. I come to you in good faith, and you get the chance to prove me right or wrong. But like guys, like with women, do you want a feminine woman who's, cooperative and an inspiration to you and a value to your life? You have to be able to represent that that's who you are and that's what you expect, and then be able to reciprocate that and demand that from the whole world. You can't have that in just one area. But how you show up and what you put up with is going to over time tell people how to treat you. And so you have to have that high standard and enforce and demand that high standard back from life and people in it. And if like if you're in a group and they're like, hey bro, hey dude. No, you got to catch that shit immediately. You have to set that bar high, and you got to set it immediately. And you're like, no. Address me formally. My name is Joe. They're like, oh, you uptight. Oh, you this, you that. Well, guess what that tells you? That tells you that's not a person that's going to fit into what you expect out of life. And it's up to you to do that and enforce that. You don't want to surround yourself with people who don't take you and your life seriously, because they're not going to show up and add value to it. They're going to be a drain on it. You understand? And you're never going to get that quality of life that you're looking for if you surround yourself with less quality people, or people who don't recognize you as quality material. And so you want to be viewed as that guy, start treating yourself as that guy. Tell him what, Maya? Telex. No, I don't think men's health is taken seriously. I think men's health is treated like women's health. Like men and women don't require the same. A depressed man is different than a depressed woman, and it's not to be treated the same. What's up, Rabbit? You understand? Like a man who's depressed is not to be treated the same way as a depressed woman. Damn it. Yeah, I'm away on some coffee here, but I'm looking at the chat. Y'all keep going. Bamba. He said for $4.99 for the super chat to say, I'm joining Adam so hard right now it hurts. Thanks so much. I loved your motivation. Thank you, Bamba, of course. I'm joining Adam so hard right now it hurts. I don't know what that means. But yeah, big W's in the chat for Bamba highlights. W's in the chat for Bamba. Yeah, definitely Telex. So what you're going to see is hold up, let me see something. Let me read Maya. I asked Maya a question and she answered. I tell him that he needs to surround himself with other motivated individuals, that achieving the lifestyle he wants starts with how he carries himself. That's 100% absolute, but he needs to hear that from a man above him, Maya. And I know it's frustrating for a woman to have the best intentions and the right answer for her man and him not follow through. But and this is something, my son is in the chat, and I preach this stuff to him all the time about surrounding yourself with quality people. I don't really hang around with too many people, but the people I hang around with are doing better than I am. And there's a reason for that. You are a product of your environment. At some point, you turn into a product of your environment. Everybody hanging there, I must freeze the chat right here. I'm going to weigh this coffee out as I talk. First, I'm going to go with Talix's comment about, yeah, women do express themselves differently, of course. Damn, that's only 1 ounce. Two. Y'all hanging there with me. Give me 1 second. I shouldn't even started this, but I got to get this coffee on, brewing, or it'll never be ready. All right, got that out the way. I have to make my cold brew, y'all. It has to sit. I got some specialty coffee to try from a private roaster. So I told him I'd give it a whirl and see what's up. Give me 1 more second. I like what Talek says, women talk, they convey what they feel, opposed to men say what they mean. Yes, but that's the way women process, right? Women process, women speak 8,000 words a day, whereas men, we speak 2,000 words a day. And if you're ever doing some people watching, like I tend to do when I go out in public, go to do a restaurant where they got a table full of women. And you look at what the hell's going on at that table. It is busy. They got 8 women with 4 different conversations going on at the same table. That's how women process. This is why women need to say, you ever listen to a woman express herself? And she says, I feel like you're not listening. I feel like this. I feel like everything's based on feelings. Women are run by their emotions. When they need to solve a problem, they need to talk it out. This is why I say be a listener, good listener with your woman. When she comes home from work, automatically open up a conversation about her day and let her vent. And watch the stress and the appreciation just pour out of her. As men, when we need to solve things, we tend to be more withdrawn. We need to talk about it once and then get to action immediately. Anyway, y'all get them likes up. And yes, Maya. She says, he tells him he needs, yeah, you're right. You have to do that. The whole thing started off with taking quality, taking treating yourself as quality. And sometimes, even if you don't have the best paying job, sometimes it's when you're out to dinner, getting that appetizer that's a little unaffordable. Upping your dress. You know what the difference is when you have, and people underestimate these things. Like I was talking about my cologne. I don't buy regular run-of-the-mill cologne. You're not going to ever see me wear cologne you see in a commercial in a department store. The stuff I get is very expensive, but when I put that cologne on, there's something about it that's different, that sets me apart, that elevates me, and it puts me in that headspace. Spend a little extra money on them fucking badass dress shoes you're going to wear, as opposed to wearing what everybody else is wearing. Get these, sharp, spend a couple $100 on a pair of dress shoes. And when you put them dress shoes on and that expensive fragrance and that badass custom tailored pants with that tailored shirt, you are going to see what I mean. I feel like that guy. And I radiate that. And people sense that. And people pick up on it and they're drawn to that. Hunter, are you looking at the... He doesn't have any men in his life to look up to, and I know that would help him so much. Absolutely would. Talik said, I feel you have to motivate yourself. See? You feel, huh? And fuck motivation. Motivation's great, and I love when it comes, but who gives a fuck if I'm motivated to do anything? I know it needs to be done. I know the outcome I want. Whether I'm motivated or not to do that, I could have this bright and shiny outcome and not be motivated to take the steps I need to fulfill this outcome or to make it happen. Who cares? Discipline trumps everything. Discipline trumps motivation 10 out of 10 times. So no. That's right, beat us, and I tell people all that all the time. Hey, Daisy, you made it back in. Okay. Squishy, glad to see you. MJ, what's up, man? Good to see you in here. Yeah, and if you having people in your life that are not in alignment with where you're going and who you perceive yourself to be, you need to get rid of them. You need to ruthlessly expel people from your life who don't line up. Anybody who doesn't take you seriously, anybody who takes you lightly or thinks you're a joke or feels like they can be disrespectful toward you and acts like they try to treat you less than, those are not people you need in your life. And it's you being yourself authentically is not, it's not it's a filter. It's a filter, because if you're going to be yourself and people don't line up, then good, you can filter these people out. They don't belong there. That's my whole point. Hey, Void, what's up? Yeah, somewhat, Talix. What's up, Sharon? Hey, good to see you. Yeah. Ange, what's up, Ange? How you doing? Look, Daisy's in here. Oh, look, y'all are, I'm way behind in the chat, huh? Hey, Radra. Look, Radra's back in the house again tonight. Good to see all of y'all. Look, Radra, all my mods are in here. My angels. So yeah, if I would rather a lesser amount of quality than an abundance of average in my life. Fancy is at my feet. She's down there doing something. Can you see her? Look. Hey. Hey. What you doing under there? Hey. What's going on under there? What are you doing? I don't know. She does this weird shit on my feet. Hey, Kenny, what's up? Good to see you, man. So yeah, Sharon, but not only that, the way I smell. I don't smell like every other dude that's walking past. I don't smell like anybody. Nobody smells like me. The stuff I wear, I guarantee you, there's no, out of maybe 5,000 people, one might have a bottle. And that matters to me. That tells me, that signals to me that I matter and my status. And if I internalize that, people have no choice but to recognize that as well. It's the quality, guys. Don't be afraid to treat yourself well. Don't be afraid to treat yourself like a king, even if that means you get a couple of extra dollars and you'd spend a few more dollars on a shirt than you normally would to have in your wardrobe, to add to that wardrobe. It starts there. That's the baby steps. Peter said, you've been skating every day and I'm tired. As a cleanse the mind. When I'm in the zone, the only thing that matters is important. Yeah, man, you got to find that flow state, brother. That's where you manifest your life, in that flow state. Yeah, Sharon. So you see what I mean? You understand what I'm saying? And that's just something I was thinking about today. I don't know why. Yeah, you are Baby Blue with the big $5 super chat. Just being a sweetheart tonight. W's in the chat for baby. Thank you, sweetie. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. Just coming in here to be a sweetheart for the new year. Well, yeah, and I understand, and I think this is universal for men and women. But guys, I've used cologne as the example, and I used the shoes as the example. This is for everything in your life. When you seek quality, you're going to have less than, but it's going to be a much greater value. That's girls, that's women, that's friends, that's occupations, that's where you invest your time and attention. Everything is going to be much more valuable in quality than that. You radiate that. When you absorb that and you surround yourself with that, that's not a lie. It's an identity. And people recognize that. And you get that, of course, you get that back. That's what the universe gives you back. And these are the type of people that you will draw into your space and into your experience and into your life. But it's got to be consistent. When somebody gets out of line with you, you check that shit immediately. And if they're saying, oh, he's this, he's that, he's uptight, oh, he's a prude, he's this, there's your filter. Somebody's already told you in so many words by their actions and their response to you that they don't belong in your life. And you can get rid of them right then and there. Hire slow, fire fast. That's with women, that's with friends, that's with business associates, partners, employees. Hire slow, fire fast. Life is too fucking short to be wasting time on cheap shit. That's cheap people, that's cheap items, that's a cheap mindset. Think about it. You want to have a bunch of stuff just to have the stuff, and it means it's worthless? Just to say you have a bunch of something? Or would you rather have one of something that really represents you and shows elegance and quality? Lopez, what's up, brother? So that's it. But you have to see yourself as that first. You have to know that you deserve and expect that. And that's only going to show by how you carry yourself and your actions. I know I say that sitting on my t-shirt on my sofa, but I'm telling you, and this is what part of my brand is doing, is building men into this mindset, building the men into this realization so that you would internalize what I'm telling you. Life's too short. I got to fix my brows. I'll be 35, and although that's young, I feel like I don't have enough time for some reason. I haven't put myself first in years. Oh, thank you, baby blue. Yeah. So right, you 35, and Sharon said it took me. I can't see your picture, Sharon, but you look pretty cute from the little. Y'all's pictures are like tiny. They're like the size of a pencil eraser, so I really can't even see what y'all look like. And I don't know your age. I don't expect you to tell me. But this is why I say this kind of stuff, hoping that I get young men. I mean, look, guys, if you're older, so what? You can still start over. It doesn't matter. At any point, you can adopt this mindset and make the change. But I'm hoping, like I have a 21-year-old son, and I pound this shit into his head. Because one day, and he gets it, very well for a 21-year-old, but one day he's really going to understand it. It's going to hit him like a ton of bricks. Planting seeds. I've been planting these seeds in his head since he's a little boy. And he's starting to mature enough and having the enough life experience and the fortitude to really. Well, look, that's okay, Ryder, to put your kids and your husband first. That's admirable. I mean, that's angelic. I mean, that's the highest honor in a woman's world, is to be a mother. And that's beautiful that you have children and you have a husband. But yes, you do need to make time for yourself, just as like I tell men, put yourself first, because you can never pour from an empty cup. If all you do is give, eventually you run out. And when you really need it, you're not really going to have what it's needed to give. Thank you, baby blue. You really like my t-shirt? I wear this thing a lot. I wear my t-shirts over and over. I got this t-shirt and some jiu-jitsu t-shirts, and that's about all I wear. Oh, yeah. It's actually a t-shirt, if you can see. It's, well, you can't see the whole thing. It's situational awareness. It's a self-defense, a lady self-defense seminar we went and did at LSU a few times. There's a woman self-defense. Thank you, Sharon. Thank you so much. It's cozy. Cozy little place. It's our home. We love it. You have an LSU tattoo. I didn't go to LSU, so I mean, I root for them because they're local and they're the Tigers. Everybody's LSU fanatics in Louisiana. I'm not a fanatic. But this is my, something I hack around in. As a man who needs woman self-defense, what would you recommend? I think you might want to reword that, Robbins. I don't quite understand the question. I don't understand the question, C. Robbins. Seems like you might be misrepresenting the information you want. No, no. No, Lopez. It's a t-shirt that was made for the seminar. Junior has one just like it. So yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's I don't see Robbins, I don't get the question. As a man, I don't need woman self-defense. I don't know. If I'd say, if I'm talking self-defense, I'd say first, it's the first component is situational awareness, paying attention to your surroundings, read your environment. And secondly is just be smart about where you're going and what you're doing. Simple things, like if you go into a bar or a club, don't go alone. Go with 2 or 3 women. Don't take drinks from anybody. Don't go in isolated, dark places alone. When you walk into the all right, yeah, I guess the joke passed. You know, things like when you're coming out of the store, don't have your hands full and you're looking at your phone and you're paying attention and you're not looking. You don't have your keys or keys buried in the bottom of your purse. Like I see that shit all the time. You just screaming victim. Like be aware of what's going on around you. Put your phone away. Or have it somewhere close by if you need to use it to call for help or some kind of. Definitely, my first form of self-defense is avoid any violence at all costs. I'll walk away. Like if I'm in an altercation, that was because I had nothing. I ran out of options. Like I had no choice but to put hands, and that's where we're at. But a lot of it can be avoided by just paying attention to what's going on around you, knowing your surroundings. Simple things like when you're going into an establishment, know a way out. Know what a vulnerable zone inside of a building or a store or a restaurant or a bar looks like. Knowing the most unsafe place to be. Paying attention to your intuition. A lot of people discount that. You know, there's a reason we have that intuition, that sixth sense. And women are more in tune to the intuition than men are because they are more at a disadvantage physically when it comes to sexual and physical violence. So women have a stronger sixth sense and a stronger intuition than men. It's been proven. And listen to that shit. He went where with his lady? Yeah, conceal carry. And then look. And conceal and carry is great. And I recommend having some kind of equalizer, but know how to use it. So train is the next thing. Get the proper training. And don't learn how to sit there and go toe-to-toe with somebody. Learn how to get the fuck out of there. Learn the best course of action to neutralize the threat and get your shit out of there. Because, you know, people think, oh, I'll carry a knife. Well, what happens if you with somebody who's not scared of a knife and can take it from you? What if you whip that heater out too slow and they draw down on you, or they get their hand on your gun before you do and they shoot you with it. So, obviously, awareness, situational awareness, proper training. And you know this, I could go into this for a long time, but Daisy got a tattoo on her cookie. I wonder what that is. Yes, Allie, very good. I don't think that's sadly, Rodra. I think that's great instincts. I think that's very smart. That's actually very wise and attentive, especially having children. Because I see women with their kids, they ain't paying attention to the damn kids. Look how many little children get abducted while they're with their parents out of stores and playgrounds and public areas. I guess don't go looking for trouble and trouble won't find you. It's a good phrase, but that would apply to trouble areas, etc. Not necessarily, see, Robbins. And you see, that's another thing. People need to come to this awareness to get out of this bubble of, oh, everything's fine and everybody's nice and everybody's well intended. Let me tell you something. There are people who exist on this planet that want to fucking hurt you, that want to hurt you for no reason other than that's what they want to do. There's no rhyme or reason. There are bad people in this world who want to do harm and damage, and try to kill you. They want to abuse children and essay women and, rob and steal and take your shit and kill you because they just have no value for human life. Don't be fooled by thinking being the nice guy is the way. I believe you can be a kind and compassionate person, but with the capacity to tear somebody to fucking shreds if you need to. And potentially, do what you got to do what you got to do. So I see women lately on the mobile phone walking and not watching their kids. Exactly. But I mean, people in modern society need to snap out of it. There's a reason they don't report these crime statistics, cities, and it's for a very selfish reason. They keep it quiet because they want the money, they want the tourists, they want the people. They want stores to open and they want a tax base. Right now, somebody is getting violently assaulted as we speak, probably within 10 miles of you, anywhere you're at right now on this planet. And don't be fooled thinking you're immune to that, because a lot of people says, there you go, Allie. That's my whole point. Get you a man who could tear some shit up. Look, a man who has potential for violence, for ultra violence, is not a bad man. I encourage all men that I work with. My son's in fucking martial arts and combatives. Knows his way around a piece. Basics. But I mean, and that's the duty of a man, to protect, right? We the ones who got to jump in front of the mugger and shit. See, Robin said, it's funny, I love the country being camped out in the woods in the middle of nowhere, but anytime I take a city slicker, they prefer to be in the metro cities as they scare me, the big cities. Yeah, I like I like quiet. I like peace. I have a very peaceful, quiet life, and I love it like that. I don't need the hustle and bustle. Every now and then I get an itch to go to the city, I'm not going to lie. And I get dressed up, me and the lady go out, and no, I get it, Daisy. I know you don't mind getting a few punches in. Don't be one of those women that say, honey, wait, don't. And sometimes the women just get in the way. Term said if he was a woman, he'd be a stripper and marry an MMA fighter. I encourage all men to be dangerous as fuck. That shouldn't be your default setting, is dangerous and violent, but you gotta have it packed away in your back pocket. I'm talking be able to get nasty real quick too. Because they have people who walk this planet who are very comfortable being violent. They have no problem with that. That is their default setting. You know, they have people who've experienced some really fucked up things and don't know how to process it, and they take it out on society. This is where we have institutions full of these people. And it's like, if you're actually at a point where you're in a dangerous situation, you've already made so many mistakes before that it's too late. You've made so many mistakes to have the situation escalate to where you're about to be in a violent encounter. I'm talking everything. When you go to the mall or go shopping, don't park blocks away on a back street under a tree where you have a poor field of view and there's no lighting. Like you got to walk back to your car by yourself in the dark with your hands full of clothes and like, come on. What's up? Get gooder. How we making out today, man? Good to see you. But yeah, ultimately, the best course of action is to avoid the violent encounter, but be prepared in case you ever have to be in one. Yes, Rich, hands should be empty. I mean, look, if you have gone shopping, you're going to have to carry something. But, like, have your keys close by. I think everybody should do some kind of training, especially even if it's simple combatives for self-defense, to learn how to, at the very least, momentarily neutralize the threat and get to safety immediately. And that not everybody has that, fight switch where they can just get nasty in an instant. Oh yeah, that's exactly what I do. When I go anywhere, I got to have my eyes on the crowd. I know which way to go. I know where the back door is. I know where the front door is. And I know the quickest way out. You can ask my son in the chat. I'll even ask for a table that is, logistically sensible in the establishment. Fear God. What's up, brother? Good seeing you. I do fear God. I'm in traditional jiu-jitsu, Japanese jiu-jitsu. I should just say it's jiu-jitsu, but nobody knows where Brazilian jiu-jitsu came from. It originated from Japanese jiu-jitsu. It's an all-encompassing martial art. It's very complex and very practical and useful. It was what the samurai did in feudal Japan. The samurai did on the battlefield. There you go, get good or get into jiu-jitsu. I mean, look, you can do like Muay Thai, boxing, and this is why I tell guys, work out, learn how to fight, make money, get yourself. Yeah, nice to meet jiu-jitsu, that's sweet and all. Being nice because you have no other option is not virtuous, sir. Yeah, I like that. But there's a limit of messing with me. Ooh, wrestlers, huh? See Robin? Good night. Joker, what's up? He is here, he said. See, Robin said he wrestled in middle school. He got an invite to wrestle in college. Oddly, I went off to do judo. What? Judo ain't no joke, fellas. Happy New Year, Emmanuel. God bless you too. That's not true, fear God. Not every fight ends up on the floor. That's not true. That's statistics taken from police that have to take people down to the ground. No, not most. I've been in plenty of fights where we didn't even get close to the floor. My whole object is to stay off of the floor. I want to be up, on my feet, ready. Oh yeah, Rich Mac. When it comes to a street fight, there's no. That's right, Daisy. I'm a top. She knows. Daisy knows the top when she sees him. Well, yeah. Well, that's why you want to know Japanese jiu-jitsu. There is grappling, but fear God. This is not a subject to debate with me. You don't want to be on the floor. Learn how to stay off of the floor. That's exactly right, Lopez. You can't do anything from the ground. My objective is to stay on my feet, neutralize a threat as quickly and violently as possible, and get the fuck out of the danger area. And which may mean I have to deal with a few people. That may mean the person that is attacking me that I have to defend myself against has a few friends. And the last place I want to do is end up on top of this guy, smashing his face in, and then get kicked in the face or hit with a bat or smacked with a bottle or, kicked in the back of the head. Well, it happens, Joker. Yes, Allie, I've heard that. I hear it a lot. Not really, Rich Mac. There's a lot of technique. Who's C. Robbins? Ask C. Robbins about judo. 6'2", 150. You could be vicious in judo. But no, it's not as difficult as you think. If you know how to defend a charge, if you know how to defend a takedown, if you know how to defend somebody going for your legs, if you know how to stay upright with a proper base, with your feet underneath you where it's supposed to be. I don't know, get gooder. Maybe I do. Maybe I don't. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. Fear of God, if the other person has a knife and doesn't pull it until you're on the ground. Yeah, look, I don't fuck with knives. I'd rather have to defend myself against a gun than a knife. People are like, what? Are you crazy? Yes, that's the absolute truth. Knives are nasty. There you go, C. Robbins. That dude's staying on his feet. And you going on the ground. He's going to throw you at the earth. He's going to slam you with the earth itself. And that's judo comes from Japanese jiu-jitsu. So all these things we're talking about, striking, joint locks, judo, grappling, all this is covered in Japanese jiu-jitsu. And the difference is you can't have a Japanese jiu-jitsu competition because you break your shit all up, maybe kill somebody. Like in real judo, if you throw like if you throw, like, say Robbins can verify, if you throw an Ippon Seoinage, which is shoulder throw, and they don't know how to land, and you dump this guy over your shoulder onto his neck on the concrete, I promise you he's not getting up. Happy New Year, Denise. Good to see you. Fancy. You know, because we do throws and all on a padded mat. And I'll tell you, Ippon Seoinage is one of the easiest throws there is. That's like Judo 101. That's one of the first things you learn in throws and throwing human beings is the Ippon Seoinage. You dump somebody over your back and their feet are over their head and you just slam them down neck first onto the concrete. Oof. We do the falls and we know how to take the falls, and it still rocks me. On a padded mat this thick. Auntie, I'm trying to find a baby blue. Oh, Chicago West, here she comes. She's looking to get thrown around a little bit. She likes the sound of that. Chicago West said, don't threaten me with a good time. You trying to pick a fight, Chicago West? You want to end up on your back? There she is, baby blue. Hey, what are you doing, sweetie? Everybody's asking about you. They all asking for you. What's going on? Hey, psst, talking to you. There she is. Oh, there she is, baby blue. Good evening to you, young lady. Coming in here a little hot tonight. Coming in hot. Uh-oh. Let me mute this thing before we get a phantom. No, judo is, you don't go pick fights with people who know judo proficiently. Yeah, that's a good, it's a good recommendation by your father. Eyes, throat, nose, knees, and balls. See, the eyes are hard to think. People think you eye gouge and you're going to take somebody out. I've been eye gouged, and all I did was close my eye real tight. So you got time to ward that off. That's harder than you think. Go for the throat. Very hard, very fast. All you need is a moment to stun the person, to have enough time to get away. Just something to stun. It needs to be fast and it needs to be ultra violent. Yeah, her little lips, huh? I'll still get a kick out of her lips. But I mean, you got to think also, what if you got some whacked out drunk or on coke or crystal? You poke him in the eye, you're just going to piss him off. So there's things. It goes in depth. It's in depth. It's a complex topic and it's a complex process. But I recommend everybody learn how to defend themselves. Dr. Balls, I have no idea what you're talking about. You're going to talk to some birds? Yeah, well, and here, I'm glad you brought that up, Daisy. You have pepper spray or mace. What happens if the wind's blowing in your direction and you catch a little bit of that mist? You ever been maced or pepper sprayed? What if you're in a closed-in area and you and a little bit of the mist trickles back, or you got to go in the direction you sprayed? You're fucked. I don't even think pepper spray and mace is a good idea. Personally, I think getting a pew-pew and taking some instruction courses on it. Yeah, that's right. It's right here. You could feel it if you touch it. It's like a hard ring right there. It's the trachea. If you crack that, they die. There's nothing you can do with it. Well, and here's the truth, y'all. Everybody's got a great plan until some crazed motherfucker who is violent jumps in your shit. Yeah, that's what they do you when you're locked up. They gas and spray you. Maya said she had a friend who thought their mace was thought the mace was hand sanitizer. That must have been turned out nice, huh? Must have been some clean ass hands and some watery eyes. But like you get some good pepper spray, that'll make you uncomfortable. But you know, and here's going back to the original point. Awareness goes a long way. Paying attention to who you're around and what you're around, and where you are and what's going on can get you out of a lot of fucking heartache and a lot of trouble. The most potentially violent situations, most of them could have been avoided. Abductions, essays, deletions. Tasing hurts, Daisy. It'll light you up. But it lasts for about a minute or two, I guess. I've seen the military gas. I was even going to ask you if you had to do that in the military. Yeah, pepper spray just gets in your eyes, like your eyes are watering, your breath, your lungs are burning, you're salivating, you got water pouring out of your eyes, it stings and burns, your skin's burning. Sugar daddy, what? Lilith? Excuse me? When I was a kid, the shocking gum pull. Shit felt, oh, yeah. I remember that. You remember that the lighter that you pressed? They say, hey, you got a light? Bzzz. Yeah, fuck. Gas chambers affect people differently. It was not bad for me, but others were throwing up. Maybe you didn't get a woof. I don't know. It looks brutal. Thank you, Whitney. Thank you very much. Unless you're calling me crazy. And if you are, thank you still. Well, everybody, this turned out to be a productive little stream. So we're going on about an hour. I think I'm going to check it out. If y'all don't know, you're in my other live that I had to shut off because I was driving. Yeah, I'm messing with you, Whitney. No, my eyes are green, baby blue. Green. Light green. Yes, Emmanuel, how are you? Anyway, I was saying I did my push-ups when I was training my clients. So that's why I'm not doing them on the stream tonight. But I still wanted to come on. I started the stream when I was driving earlier. Green like money. That's right, baby. But the reception was bad. It was all choppy in and out. Daisy said I was freezing up and shit. So, but I announced all that earlier. I also announced I'll be doing a giveaway here soon. One of these lives. I'm trying to think of a way to do it. To see how to. It's going to be probably for guys, but it's going to be a coaching session. Yes, Maya, I will. It'll be a one-on-one coaching session at no cost for the men's. I guess if women won, they could get it too if y'all wanted it. I will. It was I was doing work at a local coffee roaster, and he said his beans are imported from Nicaragua. Sorry, Roderick, we don't do that here. But I mean, look, if a woman wanted my services, I've had women clients before having questions about what to expect ideally out of a man and what do men expect out of women. What would be some of the character traits that men look for in women that are desirable? And I've worked with, I think, four women clients I've had over the years. Very interesting. So yeah, it applies for anybody. I just don't even know how to go about setting the terms to be selected, you know? Yes, you are, Daisy. You're a good little lady, a good girl. So I think it's going to have to be something. I'll figure it out. I have a pretty good idea of a concept of how I'm going to pitch it and launch it. But that's upcoming. I've already told y'all about my Patreon group about to be coming up. And I opened up memberships on YouTube, very inexpensive. But I want to have streams where we don't have to worry about, where it can be some really good conversation and without being trolled or anything. So it'll be like some of these streams are going to be set for members only in the chats. So people can't come in there and troll. So it's things like that I'm doing with the channel and my whole brand especially. And of course, when the time comes, I'm going to expand on the 100 push-up challenge. So good. That's just a few things to look forward to for the new year that I'm looking forward to. And, piecing away at the studio. But I do this stream on my phone anyway. But I probably won't. I want to get it to where I'm doing everything out in my studio. And the reason I do it on my phone, it was to record the push-ups. It's the whole reason it even started. It's crazy that it's blown up into this. But I'm glad it did, and I'm very appreciative of all y'all who come in here and contribute. Even if you just come in and hit that like, especially if you donate. That's amazing. I love it. And that's going to give me an opportunity to build and grow the channel, the financial, especially, and all the support. I got Daisy, Angela, Baby Blue. I got Junior comes in here, C-Dub, Zine, Brian, all my mods coming in and help that allow me to attend to the chat with no distractions, kicking trolls as they come in. And just the people that come in here and make this a cool place to be. It's a high vibe community. I love it. And I'm very appreciative of all y'all who come in and support the channel. Rodera, right now I can do 70. I used to be able to bang out like 150 with no problem. But it's been a few years. That's why I started up again. Because I used to do, a few hundred a day. Just along with all my other stuff. And I know the benefits of it. And this is why I made a challenge to challenge men to come get involved and do it. And commit yourself to doing 100 fucking push-ups a day for 100 days. And for the benefits, not just for the aesthetic. I could do hand release. Yeah, I can do 70 and a 70. I usually do 70-30. That's my typical. Thank you, Daisy. Thank you, sweetheart. But yeah, give me a couple more weeks. I'll be banging out 100. You'll see. So thank y'all all. Now, I'm going to eat and go to bed. Oh, thank you, Radha. I thought 70 was a little pathetic on my part. I don't like comparing myself to everybody else. I compare myself to my standard, and 70 in a row is not adequate. I'm telling you, I could bang out 100 with not even breathing that heavy at one time. It's getting better. It's not all the way. Yeah, I know, Rodder. That's a sad state of affairs. Any man on this planet should be able to do 50 push-ups. Mostly. Good night, Daisy. Good seeing you, sweetie. And all right, everybody, that's it for tonight. I gotta eat. I gotta be up early. I got a long day. And I'll be on again tomorrow night, so y'all make sure, if you haven't yet, hit that like, to subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you know when I'm on again tomorrow. Night, everybody. Fancy. Come on, you want to say good night? Nope, she's gone. Fancy. Here she comes. I hear her running. Come see, sweetie. All right, y'all see you tomorrow night. Night, everybody.